lots of clutch time play. Just what did you see in the fourth quarter, overtime, that allowed you guys to kind of come out on top?
For the most part, I think we were just we got downhill and was kicking it out. I think we were just being aggressive, and we weren't like being hesitant or passive or anything. I think we were just playing the right way and got into our sets. We were executing. Some of them we messed up. I had a couple turnovers that I wish I could have got back, but for the most part, I think we were executing and just getting good looks, and we were knocking them down.
Obviously, you're here as Scoop was here. Just how good was it to have him back?
It was great, man. Just, another point of attack. He was great, man, getting downhill, creating for others, finishing at the rim, and just his pace. It was great for sure, so I'm glad to have him back and keep it rolling.
How important was it to kind of keep the emotional state level after you guys think Miles hits a shot? Long review, it's overturned. They have a chance to win. That because guys could have lost focus there for a little bit, especially. So what did that feel like to have that emotional swing?
Yeah.
And then to settle in and still get the job done.
I mean, from the picture that they painted on the screen, it kind of looked like he wasn't out of bounds, so it was kind of a iffy situation. But for us, it was just we had to come get a stop, and kind of did that. I think that was the play. He kind of mishandled the pass. They kind of had a good look, but got lucky. Just how they got lucky in the way too, so it worked out for us.
You mentioned getting stops. Doc had said, "Hey, Trey had a back cut that was wide open. You recovered." And then Jericho had a one-on-one with Zion. Can you just speak to your play on Trey there to kind of force that contest, and then also Jericho to help force a turnover late?
Yeah, I just School was guarding him, then he kind of back cut him, so I seen it and just tried to make a play. I think he fumbled the ball a little bit too, so he couldn't get a good look off. But J-Rock did a great job on Zion the whole night, honestly. Just being a big body on him, knowing he's trying to get downhill, just forcing, having people in the low gaps for him, and just, being a big dude down there and just, stopping Zion's thrust and presence in the paint. So he did a great job tonight for sure.
Ryan, obviously you kind of were thrust into a different sort of role just because of injuries and all that. But, guys like tonight with Amir, Pete, Jericho, the way they contributed in this game, can you kind of speak to what they were able to do out there tonight? Those
they were. Yeah. You said Amir, J-Rock, and who else?
And Pete. Pete Nance.
Yeah, Pete's been playing great for sure. Like what I said about J-Rock, just his defensive presence was huge today on Zion and Amir. It was great that Amir just came out and knocked some shots down. He was just being aggressive. He wasn't like being passive or hesitant on any of his shots. He was just playing his game, which we need him to do from now on. And all three of those guys have been playing great, so we're gonna keep needing them in the future for sure.
Obviously, to win a game like this, it takes a lot of resilience. Where did you see that, or what did you feel that showed up the most for you guys down the stretch?
I would say the main one was after the 3-point play where we thought we made it, but they didn't count it, and then just going into overtime and just I think we started the first 2 minutes, we got a couple good buckets and got some stops. Kind of gave us the lead to start off with, and will give us a little lead in the overtime segment, and just playing, just keep playing, being resilient, and mistakes and turnovers might happen, but we just kept playing and kept getting good looks on our end and kept getting stops too.
And then you started out talking about the late game executions. Was there anything in particular that you liked the most from your teammates?
Just the play after the action. I think it was a couple of times where we might have messed up the play, like the ATO play that was drawn up, but we just kept playing. We kept moving the ball, and then I think a couple of those times we got good looks from them, scored actually. So, those action, I think that's been a big emphasis for us, just the play after the play. So it was like 3 or 4 times where that actually was a case and we scored off that. So I would say that one.